Just after 1 in the morning, on the 1st of September 1985, a piece of metal slid across a TV screen in a dark room in the middle of the North Atlantic. It was round, riveted, unmistakably man-made, and it lay almost 4 kilometers beneath the ship the screen belonged to. Someone ran to fetch a photograph from 1911. They held it up to the monitor. It matched, a boiler. No human eyes had seen it for 73 years. Not since the night its ship went down, and took more than 1,500 lives with her. Everyone knew the name of the ship those boilers belonged to. For 73 years, everyone had known roughly where she sank, and yet expedition after expedition had come home with nothing, because roughly in the deep ocean means hundreds of square kilometers of absolute blackness, almost 4 kilometers down, where a searchlight sees 10 meters and a whole ship is a speck. The Titanic wasn't hiding. She was simply smaller than the dark around her. The man who finally found her was not, officially, looking for her. Robert Ballard was a Navy man with a deep-sea camera sled called Argo, and the United States Navy had a problem it did not want discussed. 2 of its nuclear submarines, Thresher and Scorpion, lay wrecked on the Atlantic floor. The Navy knew where. What it wanted was to see their condition, quietly. So it paid for Ballard's ship, his sled, and his time at sea, on one condition. The submarines came first, in secret. Whatever days were left over, he could spend on his obsession. The Titanic was never the mission. The Titanic was the cover story. And it was down there, photographing the lost submarines, that Ballard saw the thing that would change everything. As a ship sinks through kilometers of water, the current pulls at it. The light debris drifts as it falls, and lands strung out across the seabed in a long, thin trail, like the tail of a comet. A hull is a needle in the dark. But a debris trail can be more than a kilometer long. Stop hunting the ship, he realized. Hunt the tail. The submarine work swallowed 2 summers. By the time the second boat was mapped and the Navy satisfied, 12 days of the expedition remained. 12 days for a wreck 73 years lost. Night after night, Argo swept back and forth above the seabed, long patient stripes, like mowing a lawn in the dark, its cameras staring at empty mud. And then, in the first hour of the 1st of September, the mud stopped being empty. First scattered metal, then the boiler, and then, over the following days, the ship herself. The bow, upright, dignified, recognizable at a glance. And 600 meters of scattered debris away, the stern, torn, crushed, barely a shape at all. Between them, a field of the ship's insides, plates, cups, shoes. The Titanic had not slipped under in one piece, as the official inquiries had ruled and the world had believed for 73 years. She had broken apart at the surface, exactly as the survivors no one had believed always said. The wreck itself settled one of the ship's oldest questions. The discovery rewrote more than a map. It proved that the deep ocean, 2/3 of our planet's surface, blacker than space, could be searched, entered, and read like an archive. That night helped launch modern deep-sea archaeology, and the truth behind it stayed quiet for years. Only much later did the full story come out, that the most famous find in the history of the sea had been, on paper, a side errand on a classified military mission. But the sea is not finished with the Titanic. In 2010, scientists studying the strange icicles of rust that drip from her hull found something alive inside them, a new species of bacterium, eating the ship's iron, named, for its only known home, Halomonas titanicae. Every day it dissolves a little more of the hull into powder that the current carries away. One of the researchers who discovered it estimated the wreck could be largely gone within decades. 73 years to find her. Perhaps less than that left to see her. The ship that was lost for most of a century is dissolving back into the ocean that took her, and one day the great hull will be a stain of rust on the seabed. We found the Titanic just in time to watch her fade. The deep gives back what it takes, but only briefly, and somewhere down there, it is still keeping the rest.